Listen, I'm an awkward person, and most of the social interactions I have end up being a weird situation for me and the other person because I'm the problem. But I want to talk about the awkward situation that someone else brought on, and it wasn't my fault this time. So, I was at this revival, and this girl comes up to me and just starts talking. Yeah, so my friend blah 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 over there would really like to meet you. Isn't she so pretty? That's when I realized she was actually right behind me, and I low-key froze, but inside my head, I was panicking.
Well, you see, as a sister in Christ, I think she's beautiful.
Luckily, I don't have to worry about running into her because I stay in my room all day making YouTube videos for you guys, so I'm pretty much safe. Unless she stalks me on social media, then I'm actually cooked because she can just follow me and whatnot. But besides that, I'm pretty safe. I'm most likely never going to see this person again, and they cannot sneak up on me and surprise attack me. Now, I know you're probably thinking I just can't talk to girls, but I can't talk to anyone. That's my problem, actually. It don't matter who they are or what gender they are, I can't talk to them. Social interaction just makes me panic.
So, how was your day? Good.
I just hate it when they give you a life story like, oh yeah, so my day was great, this is what I did in the morning, and the reason I'm so awkward with social interactions is because my brain is just super slow and running on 2 gigabytes of RAM. So sometimes I just freeze. Because I'm thinking and stuff, you know?
Oh, Anderson, why don't you just try to get better about social interactions, you dummy?
See, that is a good point. I should try to get better at social interactions, but I've been doing this for my entire life, and it hasn't got any better. Also, when I'm preaching and stuff, I'll try to add a joke here and there to keep everyone entertained, but it usually backfires, so I just have to continue preaching while the whole congregation saw my joke bomb. Also, yeah, I do preach. Here's a photo of me doing this. Chances are you're watching a YouTube video, so you're probably awkward just like me. So if you're awkward, that's okay. We can work on it together. We can be awkward together, and you can subscribe to my channel. We can do that together too. Because I want to reach 10K by the end of the year. Anyway, my slow brain always betrays me and makes me overthink, which makes me super mad. But now that I think about it, I probably should put that in the things that make me mad video. But too late for that, which makes me even more mad. Anyway, all the awkward situations are almost always my fault. One of the most awkward places is the DMV because it's just so weird. I've had the unlucky opportunity of having to deal with the DMV in my recent years because I'm getting my license and stuff, and honestly, it wouldn't be a big deal. If there wasn't such a long line every single time, you'd think it's Disney World over here, but it's not Disney World because it's boring and there's only ever one guy working and he hates his life, probably because he wants to be at Disney World. I would be pretty mad too. And just so we're clear, you cannot find any hidden Mickeys at the DMV, just a bunch of long lines. I walked into the DMV expecting to get my license, and of course I was first in line because I was super early. Hey, so I'm here to get my license and everything.
Alright, so I just need to see all the proper paperwork that you should have brought with you.
I don't have any paperwork.
Don't worry, you can go across the road to CVS and get it printed.
So I leave the DMV on a mission to get the paperwork from CVS. I get everything printed out and head back over to the DMV, and still excited to get my license and everything. Sadly, I had to wait in the back of the line this time, but that's okay. Now, I still was kind of optimistic, but kind of discouraged as well because I was hoping I'd get out of there early, but I handed him the paperwork and he replies to me with,
"Where's the rest?"
What do you mean, where's the rest? I just went to CVS with everything you asked. You know what? Just never mind. It's not Disney World. So I had to rush back over again, print out more paperwork, rush back to the DMV. And at this point, I really was losing my patience. But I decided that while I was in the back of the line, I'd check my phone to see if there's anything else. And I needed more paperwork. So I went back and printed more and finally rushed back to the DMV to hand him everything. I just wanted to leave at this point. I was pretty discouraged. All I wanted to do was drive away from the DMV, but then I realized I don't even have my license because that's why I was there. I was pretty upset at this point. But the thought of driving made me a little bit more optimistic, so I hand him the paperwork and he says,
"Okay, finally."
What do you mean, finally? I did everything you asked. I don't know why they're so edgy there at the DMV, but all I knew is I was going to be an old man before I left. So, if you walk into a DMV and just shout out to everyone that you're a YouTuber, so you should give me a license, yeah, that don't work. So you have to do something called studying, which is really annoying.
Oh, hi, I'm just studying to get my driver's test. I'm so smart.
In all reality, I was just taking tests on my phone if I'm being totally honest, but hey, I'm glad I studied because the whole reason I wanted to drive, besides freedom, was to go to Dollar General. I love Dollar General, I like junk food, I'm a fatty, I know. So I made sure to study hard till I could pass my driver's test, which I did, and now I have my license. So I can drive now. and go to Dollar General and get food. It's worth it. Still wasn't as hard as getting my permit though. You see, I had to go to the DMV a year earlier to get my permit, and it was a pretty rough time because I had to take like this whole test, and I was getting pretty frustrated with it. It was confusing, but I finally passed it and I got my driver's permit, and I felt cool. That's pretty much every time I've been awkward. Kind of a sudden ending, which is also awkward. Wait a minute. So there was this one time I was just ending a YouTube video and I didn't know how to end it, which was so awkward. Of course, you guys know by the end of the year, I want to reach 10K subscribers. So if we can do that, that would be awesome. If we hit that mini milestone, I will do whatever Dude Dan comments. It could literally be anything. So if you don't mind, hit the subscribe. Also, by the way, I just make animations to make people laugh. So as long as you're enjoying the videos, that's all that really matters. So you don't have to hit the subscribe. Speaking of which, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me being awkward. I'm always awkward. I'm still awkward, but it's okay because I make YouTube videos.